Hey guys, another few final jobs on the Enfield as we get closer and closer and closer to the end at last. So I've been working on it all day. What time is it? It's nearly 7 o'clock in the evening, I do believe. So what I'm going to do is shorten the front brake cable. Now I know you can get cables specially made, obviously at a cost and with a time scale. And I know you can get sort of these little screw-on nipples and things like that. There's all sorts of things out there that you can do to do this job. But I'm just going to show you how I do it. And I think we've got to take a fair bit off it actually. But yeah, today I've been plodding along with it. So I've got quite a bit done today, which is good. Got all the other cables on, throttle cables, decompressor cable, got all the little levers on, choke cable. So yeah, got a fair bit done. Oh, got the battery charged, the battery's on, but I haven't put it all back up into the oil tank yet because I'm going to wait for the front light to get all that tested. So anyway, let's have a look at this cable. So what we have, you see this big loop of cable here. I want to get rid of that. So where it is at the minute, oops, dropping the camera, don't do that. It's going to be about there, which, like I say, gives us this big loop of cable. So what we need to do is have that like so. So it runs up the back of the fork leg, and we'll just drop it into like a little P-clip there, but a larger P-clip, so it's got free movement with the travel of the forks. So we're going to have to take it all off here, and we'll mark where we want to cut it. As you can see, it's about 4 inches too long. And I believe this is actually the shortest cable you can buy for an Enfield. So we're going to mark it where we want the cable, the outer cable to end, and then we'll do all the inner cable to suit and get a new nipple on the end. There we go. Let's have a quick look at anyway what we've done. So we've got all the other cables in place. They're just all strapped together. Obviously when the tank goes on, they'll just comfortably sit in the tunnel of the tank. Like so. And we've got the battery on. Like I say, we're going to leave that out till we've got the headlight here, and we can test all the electrics then. We've got on. We've got indicators. Yeah, let's get in there. Let's get in there. Can't think what else I've done today. I've been plodding along with it all day, basically. Apart from getting up stupidly early to edit the previous video, which I guess most of you have watched. Yeah. I'm going to polish this casing as well tonight, or first thing in the morning. We'll see how the cable goes. See if I can do the cable without any mishaps. Fat fingers crossed again. Anyway, let's get on with it. Let's take this cable off. In fact, I'll mark it up first. I'm just going to mark it where I want it with a bit of tape. Where I want to cut the outer cable. There we go. Right, also, if you do have a go at this, yeah, if you do have a go at this, remember if you've got your bike strapped down and your forks compressed, allow for that when you shorten the cable. It's probably a good idea to just unstrap the bike and let the forks relax to where they are. Just a thought, something that's easily missed, and then it's gonna, well, you're gonna have a scrap cable, you're gonna end up doing it too short. Anyway, let's take this cover off. This is this cover is just a little cover I made, just to make it look a bit different, really. Get off. In fact, I might as well leave that on here, ain't hurting. Pop this back through there without catching any of the wires. There we go. So yeah, we've got a bit of tape around it where I want to cut it on this end. Get it in shot. And then you cut the outer cable. That obviously, you got to cut that much off the outer cable as well, so it all matches. Alright, and then we've got to get this little ferrule off the end and be able to put it back on down here. So first, we'll cut that nipple straight off right alongside it as close as we can. Chop that off first. So just a tiny bit of tape around here will stop having a mad wild moment with all the cable fraying and springing out all over the place. So just take a bit of tape before you cut it, will stop that happening. Right, glasses. Oh. Glasses. There we go, and the tape stopped it going all over the place. I'm going to be taking that much off the inner cable as well. So basically you're taking that much back and that much back on the inner cable, so it'll all match again. I'm just going to pop a bit of shrink wrap over that where I'm going to cut it. I use this when I'm doing all the electric work, obviously with the shrink wrap, but I'll curl this bit of metal round on this thing. Just double check that's slit. Yeah, I curved that round, so I'll just put it in and it eats it all the way round. That'll do. Pop it down there. So that'll hold the cable together when I cut through there. But first, let's chop this off again. I would definitely do the outside cable with a grinder, because trying to use snips, you're just going to crush all that and make a right mess of it. There we go. Take that tape off now. Of course it didn't want to come off in one go. So the ferrule bit, again, you could, I guess, I don't know, you could probably buy these and the tool to sort of crimp them back on, I guess, I don't know. I'll just put a bit of heat on the cable and pop it off. Obviously being careful that we don't crush it. So yeah, just a tiny bit of heat is enough to melt the plastic shield on the cable. And it comes straight off. Then it's a very careful job to try and squeeze it back on there without pushing all the outer sleeve back. Sort of grind a tiny little bit of a lead on there. There we go. I'm sure that's gone cold. And just sort of turn it as you're pushing it back on, and it will go. There we go, back on. Right, now the inner cable. I'm only just going to rest it in there, I'm not crushing it. Just so it don't flap everywhere when I go through it with the grinder. There we go, and a little bit of shrink wrap's held it together. It ain't too bad when you've gone through it, it's when you're cutting it. So as you're cutting it, as it breaks through each strand, it'll try and throw them out. What I do, got this bit of brass, drilled it out on the lathe, put a little hole in the side for the cable, double checking that it all fits. So I've made it slightly longer, so we've got a bit to trim up and get it a real nice fit. So it is slightly longer, and allowing a bit more length to go through it with the hacksaw when we've got it, the cable all fixed in. I want to get the cable through that hole. And then basically we need to, let's get the camera a minute. So as it goes through, we now need to splay all that out inside. Gabby little screwdriver. So yeah, now we actually want to damage the end of the cable. So it'll anchor in when we mount the lead in there. So we can put a wedge in if you want to be proper cautious. If you can get one in there. Let's get a bit of something to tap that down. So this wedge, I've splayed the cable sort of into a Y shape, U shape, whatever you want to call it, and this wedge is going down the middle. So that will keep them like that and give the cable a much better chance, less chance of pulling out. If you just want to be proper careful. See, even that alone is trapped it in there. That's just a little bit of stainless, that is. Right, now for melting. Again, we can put a bit of flux in there. Now what we've got to try and do now is carefully just heat the brass up and not the cable, which is a damn good chance that'll bugger it up. So try and keep the heat probably on the back edge there. There we go, that's filled it up. I think by the time I've had a lovely cup of tea, that'll be gone cold, and then we'll do the rest of it. Back in a minute. Right, that's cold now. So at the minute we've got that, and we can do a little check. You should bear with me while I hold the camera. This is awkward. I need 3 hands. Right. We can just do a little check to make sure everything's going to be all right. It looks like we're good to go. And you probably can't see it, I have got a bit of a line there. Give me a guide where to cut to. Give me cranky old hacksaw. There we go. Lead's melted all the way through nicely. Just trim that up now. Squashing it in the vise. You don't want to squash it in there, just enough to hold it. One nipple. Right, back on the bike we go. Oh, there we go, ready to be adjusted up. And we'll adjust that up when I get the shield back on. There we go. One cable shortened. And it's still all nice and neat where we just heated that ferrule up just enough to pop it off the end and pop it back on. So it doesn't do anything. You have to be careful with there, like I say, when you're putting it back on, you don't sort of peel the plastic coating back. It's just a case of taking your time. No rush. Maybe a better job. Right, let's get that shield back on. There we go. That's much better. When you get to the front of the bike, you can't see that hoop at all now because there ain't one. Sorted. And we've actually got a bit of brake. Excellent. Right, yeah, job done. I think the next job, I'm going to do the breather on here. So we're going to get to turn a bit of a brass nozzle down for that pipe there, because normally this one would come, let's go around here. Normally this one would come straight out here and point at your chain. So if you did get oil coming out, stupidly, great at all your chain, but stupidly, it'll throw it all at the back wheel as well. What a bizarre idea, Enfield. But anyway, this has got the modified oil cap on, so that oil will return, and then this just becomes a breather. There'll be no oil out coming out of this, or very, very, very little. So it's dumping it straight back into the engine. So all we need to do is put a nozzle on here, because yeah, it literally is a breather. There's no oil going to be coming out of it, because anyone who's familiar with these, you know that they can sort of wet something if you leave them standing for a long time. When you first start them, they can dump a bit of oil out of that breather there. So yeah, this one I'll throw it back into the engine. So we'll do I think we'll do that now. Let's do a brass nozzle on this now. Let's do it. Right, I found a bit of brass. That is literally all I've got left. Is it? Oh, hold on, what's this? No, that's got, oh, that might be better actually. I'm going to choose out of them two which one I'm going to use. And try and make something so it looks all right. We'll have to do the pipe so it goes inside it as well. We might just be lucky and it'd be a nice size to do a bit of a push on fit. Let's go and have a look. Let's have a look. Are we going to be lucky? Are we going to be lucky? Is it going to be a baggy hole? We don't want a baggy hole, do we? We don't want a baggy hole. Please. Ooh. Oh, look at that. Yes. We were lucky. Right, we'll just try and make it a slightly prettier shape than that. Then we might shorten the pipe, then put it off a P-clip off the gearbox bolt there, and just have him sat there. Alright, let's throw this in the lathe, see what I can do with it. We ain't got a lot to work with this end, but I'm sure we can do something. It's going to be better than just leaving a pipe hanging there, isn't it? Alright, let's see what we can do. Yeah, I've got an idea, but because I haven't got the best lathe and I haven't got the best lathe tools, I'm going to do a bit of dodginess. So, to save me getting all the health and safety fanatics out there pouncing on me, that I'm going to lose a finger, an eye, and possibly it's going to chop my head off. You can all look away. See you in a bit. Oh, everything's hanging upon the floor. Nearly time for a clean up. Not now though. Before I go away and clean up, let's show you what I've done. So, an hour of dodginess on the lathe. Shouldn't be doing it, that's why I haven't filmed it. Maybe I'll get some better lathe tools one day and yeah, we can use it properly. Anyway, let's get you closer and have a look. So, bit of a bizarre breather or whatever, bit different. So that pipe is going in there, because obviously we've just made this out of stuff that we had. So the pipe will go in there. This will then screw in to the front and it's tapered. So when it hits the pipe in there, it will spread the pipe and sort of lock it in, hopefully. And what I'll do, I'll get some grips with a bit of leather around that bit and squeeze it up. And then we've got the clamp that clamps it all to the bike, like so. It's a bit different. So what we have, let's take you all over here. What we have is something that will match this here. That's the plan. And I've changed my mind where I'm fitting it. So initially, oh god, this camera's all coming loose. Bear with me. So initially, I was thinking about coming off the gearbox bolt there, but the casting is so close, I can't get the P-clip on. I know that's a bit offline, but it's going to be all right when I bolt it up. So yeah, so I've changed my mind and we're going to go up here. So there we go. It's a bit different, I guess. Just another little bit on the bike that someone might point out and wonder what it is. It'll drive Mick crazy when he parks this up outside the shop and at the pub, and he'll have people around it asking 1,000 questions. What's this? What's that? What's that do? But I guess that's what it's all about, isn't it? So yeah, it like I say, it ties in with this here, and it's just trying to make it a bit more interesting. Right, I think that will do me today. It's getting quite late again, so yeah, I'm done. Let's see what we get done tomorrow. I think tomorrow we'll be literally waiting for that fuel tank. I think that's if the headlight comes and the clutch cable, but a few minutes work putting them in, so it ain't no issue. We'll soon have that together. Anyway, I'm going to call it a day. I'm going to finish my tea and go and put my feet up. So thank you all for watching. Everyone be good and keep laughing, I guess. Cheers, guys.